the tea master and the assassin. Taiko, a warrior who lived in Japan before the Tokugawa era, that's in the 1600s probably, was studying tea with Senju Rikyu. But his attendant, one of the samurai that came with him, was really irritated. And he felt like his leader, Taiko, was spending way too much time on this frivolous activity, way too much time, sitting there, slowly being mindful, slowly watching tea be made, slowly thanking people. Obviously, he was a very hot, fiery person, and this meticulous mindfulness, which is required for the tea ceremony, just grated against him. So he decided he would kill Senju Rikyu. Interesting conclusion, but that's what he decided. And he made an appointment with him to have tea. And the idea was, of course, he would go in to have tea with him alone, and while he was in there, he would take out his sword and do him in. So Senju Rikyu was a very sophisticated, very insightful person, someone who could read people very quickly. So he saw this young samurai coming, not particularly interested in tea, with his sword, with kind of a huffy, arrogant attitude, and he knew instantly something's up. There's something going on here that's not about me serving him. So he politely invited the person in, but he said, "Please leave your sword outside." But the warrior, the samurai, refused to do that. He said, no, I have to bring my sword in. I don't go anywhere without my sword. So he came in, and Senju Rikyu was making tea for him, meticulously, calmly. And suddenly, he tipped the water pot over into the fire and created a whole bunch of steam, hot steam. And it surprised the samurai so much that he ran out and left his sword. A few minutes later, Senju Rikyu said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Please come back in. I invite you to come back in. We'll finish the ceremony. I apologize for my crudeness. But I noticed your sword here is dirty. I'll take it and clean it." And so he took his sword and he began cleaning the sword. And at that point, the samurai came to his senses and said, I don't have the capacity to meet this person's calm control of the situation. I'm inadequate. And the story goes, he bowed and left. Senju Rikyu eventually was forced to commit seppuku, ritual suicide, by the Emperor of Japan. And just before he died, here's this guy who was going to kill himself, take a, I forgot exactly how they do it, but take a sword or a knife, cut himself open. And just before this happened, he said, well, I'd like to offer tea. I'd like to give tea to all these people who are here to confirm and witness that I have committed seppuku. And so the story goes that very calmly, very deliberately, moment by moment, instant by instant, Senju Rikyu served everyone tea and then died. That quality of equanimity, of stability, of perspicacity, of being able to read a situation and flow with it without fear, I feel is are exemplary qualities. And may we all in our practice find that kind of equanimity in the face of the challenges that we face, that we will meet. It can be said that everything is here to benefit us, even a circumstance like this. How could that be so?